So in today's video, we will look into whether Azure is for fresher, and as a fresher, should you pursue Azure and learn Azure? So I hope you would know about Azure, which is nothing but a cloud, just like AWS and Google Cloud. So Azure is Microsoft technology. It is a Microsoft cloud. So many people come to me and ask me, well, sir, should I pursue Azure as a career? And as a fresher, should if I'm not interested in programming, should I go and learn Azure? Okay, so today I have to clear this concept. This is very important because as a fresher, almost most of the uh, freshers or I can say pass out engineers are not aware about this technology and they're not able to make a decision in the correct way. Okay, so whether you should do or not. Okay. So what is the main motivation behind why you want to do it? First of all, what is that it is interesting you? If you want to do something, there has to be a reason. So what is that reason? Why you want to do Azure? Okay, what is the reason? Most of see I see okay, somebody has demand in cloud. Somebody says cloud is in demand, so do this thing. Somebody says that I am not interested in programming, so you want to pursue some career where coding is less involved. So you think, oh sir, I can go and learn cloud and all those things. So these are the motivations for learning cloud, and Azure is a similar, very much in demand. So what should be your ideal path if we really want to learn Azure? Or you just like want to explore Azure, that is a different thing. But if you're serious about your career, you must know what is there in Azure for you as a fresher. Is there something which you can pursue even as a fresher or not? Now, let me again make this point clear. Basically, people are still like confused. The career track in IT is limited, it's not unlimited track. So either you are a developer. So by developer means you're doing coding, you're doing software development. Okay, so I will write like this. So either you are a developer, okay, or you are a admin. So admin means somebody who manages the infrastructure, who manages the cloud or infrastructure. So basically, what is the admin who manages the infrastructure? Infra doesn't mean it has to be cloud. It can be your just say a server. Some company has bought a server. They have configured their own network. Okay, so I can say server or networking. So these things can be on the cloud or it can't. It may be on the physical what I can say location. So as a admin, company says that you must know about how these things work. Server networking happens. It is known as on-premise. On-premise means not on the cloud. It is known as on-premise. So what is the meaning on-premise? That okay, there's a company has its own physical server, physical network. Okay, this is on-premise. And cloud means you are using the services. You don't have to buy the server. You don't have to call somebody and set up your network. You are using the services of the some third-party provider like AWS or Azure, something like that. But as an admin, company wants that you should have the idea about this thing also, how the server admin, how the server administration works, how does the networking works, how can you do things on like these things. Okay, then you go and learn cloud like Azure, then it makes sense for the company to hire you. If you directly go and learn Azure cloud and some services on this thing, nobody is going to hire you. So this is very important because of what I see the trend, people directly go and learn Azure. What is the meaning? There's no meaning of Azure. Azure has a lot of things for you. It can be for admin purpose also, it can be for developer purpose also. Okay, but first you have to decide, are you going on the developer track? You want to be software developer, you want to build software, mobile apps, web apps, front end, whatever. then you're a developer. Then you can use Azure to deploy your services. You can, there's different things. So that is known as Azure Developer. The people who are doing coding in Java, .NET, okay. So this is like people are doing coding in .NET or Java or Node.js, whatever. And now for deploying their applications, they will use some cloud. So I can say the deployment happens in Azure. Okay, so there are some, suppose you want to deploy database. So Azure also provides database also. Like you don't have to build a physical server, physical SQL server on your local laptop or sorry local server, or you can just uh, get that SQL server or SQL database as a service from Azure. So the point is that one, so as a developer, your primary skills is .NET, Java, Node.js, and your secondary skill is Azure. Azure is not your primary skill. Writing code, clean code, proper coding standard, and all those things. This is a plus thing. This is a plus thing. But this, if you do this thing, then you will become okay. Uh, you are Azure developer. You can say, okay, I'm an Azure developer. Okay, you can say that. But Azure developer does not mean that you are deploying some. You are just working on Azure. No, you are a developer, and plus you're using Azure services for deployment and other things. Okay, admin on the other hand will not do any coding. They will just manage the networking, infra layer, other things. There are a lot of things like what I can say, access control, permissions, all those things. Okay, so when you are a fresher, you have to decide you are learning Azure for what. See, if you learn this is very good as an experienced candidate. But as a fresher, people are struggling with basic things. They are not able to do coding in .NET, Java, Node.js. So then how can you go and directly learn Azure? इसका कोई सेंस नहीं बनता है. आप पहले बेसिक सीखो कि आपको कोडिंग ही नहीं आ रहा है या आप कोडिंग में स्ट्रांग नहीं हो, तो आप पहले कोडिंग सीखो ना. Why you are going and just learning directly as a Azure developer? There is no use. No company is interested in that kind of profile. Unless and until you are experienced resource. जैसे आपका 2 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है या 1 1.5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है कम से कम, तब अगर आप Azure सीखते हो, AWS सीखते हो या अगर Google Cloud सीखते हो, then it is a plus point. As a fresher, it's no use, literally no use. Okay, it will add very, I will not say zero value, but it will hardly add 5% वैल्यू टू योर प्रोफाइल. तो उसका कोई मतलब फायदा नहीं है. आपका 95% फोकस होना चाहिए टू बिकम अ डेवलपर. उस पर फोकस करो आप, नॉट ऑन दिस थिंग. नाउ पीपल हु डोंट वांट टू डू कोडिंग, जैसे बहुत लोग आई डोंट वांट टू डू कोडिंग, अच्छा ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. देन यू वांट टू परस्यू एडमिन. तो एडमिन के लिए फर्स्ट आपको समझना पड़ेगा, ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु आर फ्रॉम नॉन आईटी, okay, they say okay, I want to learn this thing, but these things are not for non-IT. If you're from civil engineering background or mechanical engineering background or BCom or other non-IT, I will say, and you say अच्छा आपको computer science का concept पता है. So what is computer science concept? Sorry. Yeah, so sorry, so computer science का सब्जेक्ट क्या है? So it is computer science IT में क्या रहता है? So the first thing is operating system. How does Windows work? How does Linux work? है ना? What is the meaning of a computer system? First of all. Second होता है कि how does you manage your network? Okay. फिर आपको होता है कि in any company, how do you manage permissions and roles? Okay. Suppose somebody has some access, somebody doesn't have access. How does that happen? What is the active directory? है ना? Active directory. What is this? What is the meaning of active directory? What is roles and permissions? So if you never worked on, you are not a computer science background, you doesn't have this background, और आप बोलते हो कि मुझे क्लाउड एडमिन बनना है, इज वेरी हार्ड एंड नो कंपनी विल टेक इंटरेस्ट इन यू. एक्सेप्ट इट इज अ टेक्निकल सपोर्ट जॉब और उस तरह का जॉब रहता है तो पॉसिबल है, बट अदरवाइज ऑलमोस्ट जीरो चांस. So people who are from computer science, they have some idea about what is Linux, what is Windows, how does it work, what is networking, okay, what is like No, I will not say active directory, but if they study, they will understand. But as a non-technical, it is very hard to understand how does it work. एंड अभी मार्केट में इतने सारे लोग हैं जो कंप्यूटर साइंस आईटी से है, तो कंपनी उनको प्रेफर करेगी, आपको क्यों प्रेफर करेगी? जस्ट थिंक लॉजिकली, है ना? आप ठीक है, यू वांट टू परस्यू, यू वांट टू ट्राई, गो अहेड, आई एम नॉट स्टॉपिंग यू, बट डोंट लाइक जस्ट डू थिंग्स ब्लाइंडली। ट्राई टू टेक थिंग्स इन पर्सपेक्टिव कि आपको कोई बोल रहा है तो उससे उनका फायदा, वो कोर्स करने से उनका यहाँ फायदा है कि आपका फायदा है। You want to do it for knowledge, interest, you go ahead. But if you're serious about your career, then you can't do things on randomly. अच्छा आज ये ट्राई कर लिए, कल वो ट्राई कर लिए. No, not don't do things. Make a plan. ठीक है, at least वो ट्राई करो जहाँ आपका मैक्सिमम चांस है. Then you will get the success. अभी क्या हो रहा है? What is your people are doing? They are trying lot of things and they are not doing anything seriously, and then they are not getting the job. So don't do that. Okay, don't do that because jobs are there. Okay, plus abhi you go as an entry level, just go and suppose I go in any job job portal and I search ki bhaiya what are the jobs in Azure. I have just searched Azure. Okay, and I've searched Pune. So and experience also I've made 1 year because entry level jobs, fresher level jobs, because zero karunga to very less job will. But let's see what they're asking. So people who is .NET, they also needs Azure. So a backend developer also needs Azure. People who are doing automation testing, they also needs to understand how to do this on the cloud infrastructure. So they also need to know Azure. So Azure is a skill. Just try to understand. Like one skill, let's suppose automation tester skill is what? They know coding in, let's suppose C#, Java, they can do automation testing. But they have to also know how to write test cases. Similarly, one more skill is how to deploy that thing on the cloud. Okay, so these things are additional skills. Okay, cloud is so Azure is not like a course. It's not like a career. It is like a skill which you should have if you are, whether you are a developer, whether you are a admin, whether you are an automation tester, or whether you are a DevOps guy. You should know what is cloud. Everybody has to know, but that is a additional skill you should have. बस फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आप डिसाइड करो कि आपको एडमिन बनना है, डेवलपर बनना है, डेवऑप्स पे जाना है, यू टू गुड एज अ डेटा इंजीनियर एवरीवेयर. सी डेटा इंजीनियर आल्सो वी हैव टू यूज देयर लॉट ऑफ क्लाउड सर्विसेज वी कैन यूज, but the primary skill of data engineering is not cloud. It is Java, Python, databases, data warehousing. तो डोंट जस्ट गो बाय नेम. अच्छा इधर में आप जाते हो, कोर्स करते हो 1-2 महीने का, 1-2 months का, यू आर डूइंग अ कोर्स. व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ दैट? नथिंग. नथिंग. ठीक है, फॉर योर सेटिस्फैक्शन यू आर डूइंग इट, बट उसका कोई पर्पस नहीं बनता है. तो आप जो भी सोचते हो सोच समझ कर करो. लाइक दिस इज सिस्टम एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. So this is the admin job. See what, just go and see the description what they're asking. They're asking for Azure, okay, but is this only? No, they know. They are saying that people should know who can admin, who can install, who can configure, who can use this tool, putty, SSH, RDB, OS patching. Do you know all these things? No. And you're going directly learning Azure and AWS and you think, okay, I now become cloud admin. No. First, you have to learn the basic concept. How does these things work? So if you're really interested in this thing, see what does the system admin skills are. Learn those skills first. Then you can learn the cloud. This is Azure is a layer which is on the top of the base. Your base has to be the admin skills. Computer science, okay, computer admin. So you have to learn basic computer science skills, computer skills. So ये basic चीज है. And here also if I go here, cloud infrastructure engineer, what they're asking. Let's see what they're asking for here. Okay, they're asking for these many things. Windows Server operating system. Do you know this thing? No. What is MS patching? Do you know this thing? No. And directly you're going and learning. Do you know what is Azure storage account? How does it work? Okay. Does you know how does DNS work? Okay, DNS is not this is not a Azure concept. So what is DNS? How does the protocol works? So first of all, you have to understand the basic computer science concept. Okay, like here you can see what is OS, operating system, databases, virtual network. आप पहले बेसिक सीखो, बेसिक्स एडमिन का आप सीखो, उसके बाद आप क्लाउड सीखो तो मतलब बनता है. और आप डोंट गो विद द सिलेबस ऑफ एनी इंस्टीट्यूट और एनीबॉडी. जैसे कि मार्केट में क्या मांग रहे हैं, व्हाट डज इट दे आर लुकिंग फॉर, गो थ्रू दैट. दैट इज योर सिलेबस. आप ये देखो कि इसमें क्या मांग रहे हैं और वो आपको वो आता है क्या। ओके, एंड देन कंपेयर कि अच्छा आपको क्या, कोई क्या पढ़ा रहा है या कोई आप क्या सीख रहे हो। ओके, so not make this video very long. I wanted to take talk about this thing in detail because people are like not aware of this thing, and especially fresher are just doing anything just like that. Don't do like that because फिर वो you will be in the problem नहीं बोलूँगा, this you are in a way you're I'm not saying wasting your time, but you're not utilizing your time बस you're trying here and there, है ना। आपको कोई होप दिखाता है कि ये हो जाएगा, क्लाउड बन जाओगे, इतना पैकेज मिल जाएगा एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, दैट इज नॉट ट्रू। दैट इज एट ऑल नॉट ट्रू। ओके, सो बस थिंक एजूर का मतलब क्या होता है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको एडमिन का कोर्स करना है कि डेवलपर का कोई कोर्स होता नहीं, देयर इज नो कोर्स फॉर डेवलपर ऑन एजूर। नोबडी विल टीच यू एजूर डिप्लॉयमेंट एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स विद .NET जावा .NET, तो ऐसा कोई कोर्स मिलेगा भी नहीं आपको। मार्केट में तो कोर्स मिलेगा, इसका ही मिलेगा, बट दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट वेरी गुड बिकॉज उसमें फिर क्या होता है कि पीपल आर टीचिंग यू बेसिक एजुअल कंसेप्ट, दैट्स इट। वो सब बाकी चीज पढ़ाते ही नहीं है, बिकॉज इट टेक्स टाइम टू अंडरस्टैंड दोज थिंग्स। ओके, so with this I will end this thing, and similar thing apply for AWS also or other cloud also. Okay, so I hope you will like this video. You will get something from this video, and I am very hopeful that you will make better and informed decision. So with this, thank you.